Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne doing your October 2014 horoscope. This is for everyone with their sun, moon, or ascendant in Aquarius. I like to start off with Aquarius. This is my first video today. I'm drinking some ginger tea, which is really awesome. Send you some of that lovely. It's really good on your digestive system. And I feel like right now I'm really into it because my stomach's been, with all the stress, my stomach's been a little like, Plus I had Indian food the other day. And every time I do that, it's just a lot going on in there, a lot of spices and stuff. So anyways, a funny start to this video, but I just say it like it is. You guys can appreciate it. You're other Aquariuses, so you love me for me, and that's how it is. You guys have been awesome with the comments and everything, and I actually am wearing makeup today. I have a little bit of makeup on. My video for like today's daily was done. I did it last night, and I had practically no makeup on, so I look a little bit more like my usual self. So anyways, I'm just going to roll out the spread here, get right to it. Let's see how it's going for you guys. All right. There's a lot going on here. I need to grab a little bit of water. My throat is kind of choking up. Hang on one second. I'll be right back. Okay. Sorry. Had to do that. I took some supplements just before I recorded this, and I don't think I had enough water. So anyways, okay. Card number 1. This is the reflection time. This is the reflection card, I should say. You're going within. You're looking at your reflection. But it's sort of like, and I noticed this in, just recently in one of my videos, that she is really just floating in the air. Like she is having a daydream, and she's not grounded. She's not grounded enough. And Aquariuses tend to have a difficult time getting grounded or staying grounded. It's very helpful for them to actually hang out with earth signs. That'll help them, Tauruses especially, Capricorns too, Virgos. It's just going to make them feel a little bit more centered. Kind of feel like that's what you need to do. You need to really just spend more time with your earth sign friends, because I know you have them. You just need to spend more time with them. Call them up, say, hey, do you want to go hang out or do something? Because this is really a time where, this is October, okay? So this is, I'm recording this at the end of September, and this is for the month of October. And in a way, this is like a gestation. This is someone who's not quite ready to take action because they're analyzing things and they're reviewing things and they're going over things and they're studying things, and it's just like their mind is kind of going on. How do I do this? What's the best way to do this? Should I do this? Should I do that? And she needs some time to just process. It's kind of the processing card, That's where you're at. That's the path that you're on right now for October. It's basically, you're going to start off feeling really like you just need some time out. And Aquariuses do. Aquariuses need space, I live with roommates, and I am planning on getting a studio. And that studio is going to give me the space that I need. Because even though it's small, it's just, I need more space. I need my own space. So Aquariuses, if you're in a relationship, you may be feeling like in October, like you need your own space. You need time to be reflective and be alone, you know? You know, and I suggested this to a client recently, and this sounded totally bizarre to her. But this is just, you know, this is an Aquarius mind here, okay? Because I'm Sun and Moon Aquarius with a Capricorn ascendant. So I identify with both, you know, a lot of times I feel like Capricorn, other times I feel like Aquarius. But I have a lot of Aquarius traits, like Aquarius traits. And one of those traits is to have kind of crazy ideas. And my idea, and it's just going to sound weird for you guys, is to keep the house that you're living with your spouse or your partner, but get an apartment. Get your own little studio, even if it's just a room for rent somewhere, aside, separate. And your partner's going to be going, what are you doing? Are you moving out? You know, they're going to be like, why are you doing this? And this is going to be your space. If you need to use the excuse that you're getting an office somewhere, a studio to do your artwork somewhere, this is, you know, what you need to do. You need to get a little separate spot, your spot, if you're in a relationship. If you're single, you just need to process. You need time to process a lot of things that have happened. And I can tell you from my month of September, it was an intense month. And there's a reason that my video last month was like 50 minutes long or something crazy like that. Because there was a lot going on in that month, and you know, it's not over yet. So if you're watching this before October, you know exactly what I mean. You feel like there's so many things that have happened, and it's just you need time to process it. So going into October, give yourself some time to just reflect. Go. You know, I always thought about going to the water, but she's looking in the water. You know, she needs time to just be alone. And that means, you know, a lot of times, you know, there's parks and there's, you know, ponds and there's, you know, the ocean, and there's a lot of basically positive energy there that'll help you kind of decompress, you know. It's about just kind of calming down. And okay, I will say that in October, we have a lot of planetary stuff going on. Now, I don't do, you know, really planetary stuff that much because I do reading. But I know that we're going into a Mercury retrograde. And to be totally blunt and honest, Mercury retrogrades fucking suck ass. Okay? They do. I'm sorry to use that harsh language, but that's how it is. Everybody else that I know that understands what a Mercury retrograde is, they hate it. Especially for like psychics and intuitives and stuff. Because it's counterintuitive. That's Mercury being in retrograde. It's just like, you know, we're trying to like become more and more spiritual and we're very sensitive and we're getting ideas from things, and then it's like Mercury just turns us upside down and is like, no, you're not supposed to know. No, you know, there's blocks, you know, to all that stuff. It's just hard going through a Mercury retrograde. And for those of you who don't really know what a Mercury retrograde is, it's when the planet appears to be going backwards in the sky. It just does this weird circuit, okay? And because it does this weird circuit, it's not going backwards, but it appears to be going backwards. It's an illusion. But because it does that, every time it does that, it causes serious computer traffic, you know, issues, you know, glitches, just delays. It's just delays. And they say that during Mercury retrograde, you're supposed to, during the first week, you're supposed to clean house, okay? So get rid of the old, okay? During the second week, you're supposed to meditate and journal and do yoga and have this kind of time. I feel like you're going to be starting out needing this kind of time. So it's going to be frustrating. I feel like the first week in October is going to be hard. And I've watched a bunch of other videos with the planets and stuff. And the planets are going to be kind of transitioning at that time, doing some really funky stuff. It's not going to be till after the eclipse. The lunar eclipse is on I think October 8th, like a total lunar eclipse, until you're released from some of the junk of the past. So it's actually really good for you to clean your house, although you're going to want your alone time during that week. The second week, I think you're really going to get more alone time. You're going to get some time to really decompress, because that's the energy. That's Mercury in retrograde. I'm not sure exactly when the Mercury retrograde starts. I'm not totally sure on like the dates, but this is just my feeling overall. And the thing is this, anytime Mercury goes into retrograde, you can feel it even in the month before, and even a little bit after. So it's just, you know, you're going to have to gauge it. But generally speaking, I feel like the first week of October is going to be really still kind of intense for you Aquariuses and for other signs as well. So, try to clean out things. Try to just get rid of stuff. You know, simplify your life during that week. And then don't do any kind of like excess. Like anytime you like want to like add something on, you know, like you're totally maxed out in your schedule, but then you're like, oh, but I could do this one more thing. No, don't add that one more thing on, because it will slow you down. It'll pull you down. Okay. You need more time. The more time you can give yourself during October to get things done, the better. Don't cram everything in. Don't like schedule in like 10 things in 10 hours. That's not going to work, okay? It's counterintuitive again. So just simplify. Try to get like a few things done. Give yourself a longer time to get them done, and you'll be better. So first week, clean out. Second week is the time for this. Okay, this is the second week in October. Second, third week, you know. This is, you know, really just taking time out for yourself. You know, thinking about getting that little studio apartment somewhere where you can go away from the kids, away from your husband, away from your partner, away from the menagerie of pets that you have, the menagerie and madness. You need to just unplug and go someplace else. You know, if you're the kind of Aquarius that may have, and, you know, I'm going to have to talk about this more, may have like specifically a K2 in Cancer, this is going to be really hard for you. Okay, this is the hardest thing, because a K2 in Cancer is a homebody. It's somebody who wants to be at home. They're good at being home. They have a hard time getting out and about. They have a hard time getting things done outside of the home. When they're home, they're a rock star. But when they're not home, they kind of suck in the world, because they have a harder time getting around and getting things done. Harder than everybody else. So if you're K2, and Rahu's the north, no, this is the north nodes of the moon. Rahu's the north, K2's the south. And you can look it up, you know, there's a lot of free birth charts out there. If you find a free birth chart and look it up, what your Rahu is. And your Rahu would be in Capricorn. And your K2 is the Cancer. So these specifically, you guys, are going to have a hard time. Even just Cancers in general are going to have a hard time with kind of getting, I feel like getting through October, actually, because even Pisces too. I know this is an Aquarius video, but if you have like, I'm feeling like some of you have Pisces or Cancer as planets. So like maybe even like a Cancer moon. Your sun's in Aquarius and like Cancer or Pisces moon, or Pisces is Cancer ascendant or something. I feel like that combination, it's going to be hard for you to get as much done as maybe you want to. Okay, so that's kind of what I feel for this. That's kind of what I feel for this card. And then the third week, okay, that's going into the third week. The third week, and even into the fourth week of the Mercury retrograde. Usually Mercury retrograde lasts for 3 weeks. Sometimes it can last a little bit longer. But the third, fourth week is, you know, you really want to plan. This is planning for your future. This is thinking about, this is good during that second, third week where you're like, how do I really want things to change? What do I really want out of my life? And what do I want in the future? Write those things down, plan your goals, make appointments, call your doctor and schedule that appointment that you haven't had in a really long time and you need to have it done. This is a time to schedule it, not to do it, to schedule it. Okay. And it's weird because we've got 2 mermaids. So I feel really strongly that this is for you Pisces. Pisces, you're gonna have to watch my video in Pisces. Or you might be like, you might have like a moon in Pisces or ascendant in Pisces and your sun's in Aquarius, because we've got 2 mermaids. 2 mermaids. So, sorry, this is upside down. So this is you being reflective. And what's crossing you is you going deep. It's interesting. It's kind of straightforward. When you're introspective, you need to really look within and say, what are the shadows? What is the shadow side of my personality? What is inside me that I'm not sharing with the world? It's funny because I had a conversation with my older brother yesterday about how it's hard for me to share the feelings that I have on the inside, with people, especially when I'm, upset. Because they'll forget that I love them because I'm yelling at them. And as Aquarius is, you guys can be, like sharp, when you get mad. It's the sharpness that people don't like. They're just like, oh my God, it hurts. You can be a real zinger, when you use your mouth and you say things, and it can be cutting to others, especially if there's people that are sensitive. So I feel like there's some Pisces, either there's a Pisces energy around you where you have like a friend that's a Pisces. That's a very positive influence, by the way. Very, very positive. She's giving you some, I feel like it's a woman. I feel like this is for you female Aquariuses, because there's 2 females here. Female Aquariuses are especially reflective in October, and you guys are going to go deep, and you guys are going to go inside yourselves, and you may really shut people out for a little while, and you may need to shut people out for a little while, but you're going to have the peace of mind. This is the peace of mind card. She is going deep underwater, and when you're underwater, you can't hear anything, and your mind just kind of calms down, and it just kind of becomes peaceful. If you can, get to a pool, go swimming. Okay, there's this need to really just be underwater and be away from it all. Either you're underwater or you're away from it all, or you have a Pisces friend who is bringing you some peace of mind. She may be, I feel like kind of like the word's guidance. She's kind of a guiding light for you. She's giving you some guidance, and she cares about you. So this could be maybe not just a friend. This could be like your mom. Your mom could be a Pisces, and she could be a real healing influence on you. If it's not your mom, it could be a cousin, or a niece, or even your grandmother, someone that's, it doesn't have to be that they're a Pisces, it's just someone that has a really good influence on you, and they are bringing you that peace of mind. They're helping you get to that place in your head where you're not so lost, because she's lost a little bit. She's not really grounded at all, and any minute she could really float away in the wind, and that's not really the best place to be, because you want to be grounded enough to be able to function, you want to be able to get the most out of life. So I always talk about things that are like grounding. Things that are grounding are going for a bike ride, going for a walk, playing with your pets, talking to your earth sign friends, Capricorns, Virgos, and Tauruses. Reading is very grounding. If you're thinking about going back to school, I feel like you know, because I mean, this is like the fall semester. So I feel like later, the spring semester might be the window. I'm not sure. I feel like October is kind of a slowing down kind of energy. Although we do have a fire trine happening in October. So that's when the fire trine's happening. I looked that up because I was talking about that. So there's some really cool energy, even though we have the retrograde. Okay. My feeling is maybe you're thinking about going back to school. I have to do a private reading to pinpoint exactly, because I feel like there's some shifting going on there. You're thinking about classes, you want to take some classes, maybe you don't have the money right now, you're not sure when you should enroll, you're not sure, you know, how to do it. You know, do some research. During the retrograde is a great time to do your research. That's what I think you should do. Okay. The foundation here is interesting because this is the, you know, inequality card. You know, feeling like things are unequal. It can mean that you do, if you actually don't resonate with that, it can mean the opposite. It can mean that things are really balanced in your relationship. This is a partnership of some kind. This can be a business partner that you have, or this can be a relationship, you know, just you know, boyfriend, girlfriend situation. But I tend to think that these people are married, because to me, this is like the marriage card. Because a lot of times people get into marriages and they're unequal at some point because you know, you're trying to balance two people's opinions, two people's finances, two people's schedules, and it gets a little bit crazy, you know, when you've got that. And that's kind of how I'm feeling for you. Things are a little bit unbalanced. Maybe you've got a lot on your plate and you're thinking a lot about your partner. I feel like for females, you really think about your partner right now. You're focused on them. Maybe they've got some things that's going on with them. And guys, you know, maybe you're feeling like you're unappreciated. You know, you're unappreciated and you're not getting the love and affection that you feel like, or appreciation and respect, because guys are all about respect, and Aquarius is especially. So for you Aquarius guys, you may feel like you're not getting the respect out of your relationship. And I actually feel like that's because you're married to either a Pisces or a Cancer. And for some reason, there's a disconnect. And it can be hard, especially with Aquarius men, because Aquarius men are very square in a way. They can have brilliant minds, but sometimes their thinking is a little bit square. It's very, like, it has to be their way. That's it. There's no question of anything else. And they can be a little bit sharp. And so that's why, you know, I kind of have a feeling that that's what it is. And maybe you got to remember, Aquarius guys, that these ladies that are in your life, or the lady that's in your life, is very sensitive. And when you're sharp and you're talking about things that are on your mind, it's hurtful to them. It's hurtful to them because they are not thinking about it. They're feeling about it. They're feeling. They're not thinking about what you say. They're not. They're feeling. So the way to communicate with them is to sit down, calm down, sit down, and have a discussion and talk about maybe how they feel or how it made you feel when they said something, or it makes you feel when they don't do something or they don't say something, and then talk about how you feel. It's going to be hard, you know. This is some balance needs to happen in the relationship, whether it's financial, or whether it's the relationship itself. Typically, this is really about money. That someone's bringing home the bacon and someone's spending and going to the mall and spending it. Or it doesn't have to be that exactly. Can just be, you know, someone's making more than the other person. And, you know, in this card, I tend to think it's the guy that's making the money, the more money. And it's unfortunate because I think women should, you know, again, it goes along with the whole men and women should have equal pay and things like that. But a lot of times women get into relationships, you know, and they're supported by their husband. They're a housewife. And so this is when the inequality is really the most prevalent, I feel. Or it can happen the most times in this kind of situation. Less so if the woman has just as good of a job, if not better a job, than her husband. So this is the recent past. Aquarius, you may have a very strong male. This is, I think, of a Leo or a Capricorn, Aries. This could even be a Taurus male. This is the King of Wands. Very powerful man who gets what he wants. But this can be someone with a temper. Things kind of explode out of him. But he has a lot of light. He can be a little bit hard to deal with, but he has a lot of light. He's on your side. Even if it doesn't seem like he's on your side, he is. I'm looking at it, and he's very giving. It's interesting. I've never noticed this before, but okay, so you give love through actually your back. Okay, through your back. And so he actually has all this energy coming out of his back. So he is very loving. He's very, very loving. It's weird because it's hard because I think that it may not be your partner. I feel like it's somebody else that you know. Because I kind of feel like this guy this is Aquarius guys. This is you. If you're Aquarius guy, this can be your attitude towards things. This can be how you kind of physically look. You could be kind of a little bit muscular and a little bit ripped. Go to the gym. But Aquarius ladies, this could be this could be like an ex-boyfriend. If you're single, this could be an ex-boyfriend, somebody that you were dealing with. And they can cause problems because they have so much energy and they're kind of always coming and going. They have a little bit of ADD, I think. They don't stop. They never really stop. They have a lot of energy. That's my feeling. Okay. But what's crowning you guys is actually, this is a great card. This is the partnership card. This is the card where somebody is supporting the other. This usually can be a guy and a girl. The guy is supporting the girl, but it can be two girls. It's definitely not two guys, but it's a guy and a girl or two girls. So that support each other. And basically, she is trying to advance her career. So you, Aquarius, you're trying to do something where you're advancing your career. You want to get to the next level. You want to be promoted. You want to be recognized. The next level, but you're still down. You're still down here, and you're still working on where you are right now. This is where you are. And it's still kind of a challenge. Whatever you're doing right now is a challenge. But when you get to the next level, it's going to be boom, shaka-laka-laka. It's going to be big. So you're not quite there yet, although her hair, and some of you may have actually purple hair. She has something in her hair, too. I'm just thinking, you actually may be, Aquarius, you may be Native American. You may do stuff with those dream catchers. Those are really big right now. They're getting more popular right now on Etsy, I feel. But anyways, going back to the career thing, you're going to be advancing. You're going to be going to the next level of career. Even if you have your own business, your business is going to be exploding. It's going to be boom. All of a sudden, where there wasn't that much money before, there's going to be big money. And you're going to be okay, okay, this is awesome. And your partner's helping you get there. And I just thought to myself, I just had the thought that if you're single, this is God helping you. This is the universe helping you. This is spirit. I'm connecting with that. I feel that's what it is. For a lot of you single ladies, you're going to be supported. The universe is supporting you right now. and in your career and what you're doing. You're on the right path, and God wants you to succeed, you know? And it's funny, what's coming and you don't see it is like you're going to go for it. You may not feel like going for it right now. You may be like this girl who's like, no, I just want to sleep. I'm tired. Go away, world. And then all of a sudden, this energy, going for it, big change. I feel like the eclipse is going to be great for Aquarians. Great for Aquarians. Great. You know, whatever happened 7 months ago, it's over and done with. You're moving on. You're getting to the next point. You're getting a new wardrobe. You're going to go shopping. You're going to have the money, and you're going to go shopping, and you're going to feel like, yes, you know, you've made it in some way, you know? Yeah, I mean, I think of the musician. You may actually have like an Aries, like a fire, you know, planet in Aries or Sagittarius, because this is the musician. I think of this as kind of like the someone who's on tour. You may be an Aquarius that's on tour, and you're a musician or you're a singer or you're a dancer, and you're touring around, you're traveling around. But if you're not, this is just the energy of wanting to go for it. This is not someone who wants to stay inside. This is someone who's itching to go outside. It's a beautiful day, and you see the blue sky, and it's like, and the sun is shining, and you just want to go. You want to do it all, and you will. I would say that you will. Now let's get to the tricky stuff, because this is tricky. Okay. Emotionally, you're dealing with someone who is the emperor, okay? You have emotional blocks. Emotionally, you're like, who's in control? You want to be in control. Emotionally, you need to be in control. You're fixed. When you get fixed on something, you want that control. But this emperor is saying, it's not up to you. It's up to fate. You know? And so, you know, it's interesting because I've been thinking a lot about this, because a lot of my life has been fated. You know, things that are fated to happen. So I make a move. I say, okay, I'm going to, you know, move somewhere. And then the universe says, no, you're not. You're not going to move somewhere. You're going to move someplace else. And it just can be frustrating because you're like, well, I want to do X, Y, and Z. Why can't I get X, Y, and Z done? And it's emotionally frustrating. That's the thing. You also may be just rubbing up against this person. This person is, you know, an older male or an older female, Capricorn, Taurus, or an Aries, who is bothering you in some way. They're really giving you a difficult time. This is someone you need to get. This is someone that you kind of, I feel like you want approval from. And, you know, you seek approval from them. And you give your power away to this person. And it's time for that to stop. You know, you need to just realize that you can make your own decisions. You know, you can do things on your own. You can figure it out on your own. You can. But it also, I think going back, it also can just be that there's some adjustments that you need to realize that are happening. And it's for your highest good that these happen, because they're fated to happen, meaning you chose that this was the way it was going to be no matter what. And you have to come to a level of acceptance inside yourself that says, okay, this is how things are supposed to be, you know, and go with it, you know. But if you're dealing with a powerful female or a powerful male that wants to control you, you know, basically it's time to stop dealing with that person. You know, emotionally, you need to not be communicating with that person as much. In October, this is what's October. Now, the energy that's coming towards you is the seed of potential. There is lots of potential in October for you to be successful. Could also be a person, you know. She's very studious. She's very honest. She wants, maybe it's like you want, maybe this is you. It's like the universe is recognizing you want, Aquarius, you want material stability. You want comfort. You want, you know, like the house or the apartment, you know, that's secure, you know, that has a nice closet and that has lots of nice furniture and you have a nice car, you know. And the universe is saying there is potential for that. The counsel of this card is don't let your desires for that, you know, don't let it become like a lustful thing where you're lusting after the material stuff, because it's important right now in the age of Aquarius to let that materialism go. Okay, so let's move on to the tough stuff, all right? This is the tough stuff. You know, this is where it's very difficult for me because, you know, I connect strongly with my clients and I don't like to see these two going on, and especially because I'm Aquarius myself. This is tough, you know? This is someone who's upset, maybe about the way things are going. Maybe they broke up with someone. And this is October, so this is the future, okay? You know, this is someone who's upset. She's crying. She's in bed. And I feel like she's crying about money. She's concerned about money because there's the miser card. And Aquarius is they're very giving individuals. But when they have financial problems, it can drive them crazy. Because it's just like, you feel like you don't have the money. You're not going to have the money. Normally, the miser card is, you know, I think the you know, Aries, you know, signs, you know, because Aries are a little bit more self-centered, or even other fire signs. But I don't think of Aquarius as being the miser. I don't think of you guys as being that way. But it can be, what happens is that it can be that you guys are so wrapped up in worrying about money that's what you're bringing towards you. You're bringing this, you know, there's a fear of not having the money, fear that you're not going to have it, you know. But it's also, it's a fear that, okay, it's fear that it's almost like you don't have it. And so it frustrates you to the point where, because you want to give it, you want to be helpful, you want to give back to the community, you want to, you know, donate your time, you want to like do all these humanitarian things, but you can't do it because, you know, you don't have the money, you know. It's frustrating. It's very frustrating for Aquarius to be in this space. But in order to receive, this is what I'm getting, in order to receive, Aquarius, you need to somehow be giving. Somehow, some way, give a little bit more. Even if it's your time, even if it's, but I feel like it's material stuff. So when it comes to your stuff, what I want you to do in the beginning of October is go through your stuff. Little things, you know, that you may have, that you don't even realize you have. Little pieces of old, you know, stationery or cards or like all that stuff. Write letters to people, send them, you know, that's sending them love. That's giving them love. Donate stuff to Goodwill. Sell your stuff on eBay or Etsy, or, go to a consignment shop, or go to a place like Plato's Closet and, sell some clothes. And, you want to get rid of stuff. And I kind of think is selling, even if you're selling stuff, it's still kind of like donating, because a lot of times They give you very little, you know, they give you like $5 for a $200 pair of jeans, you know. So it is kind of like, I feel like it is in the end donating. But whatever you can do, like even if you can just do something small for a friend, do it, you know. I kind of want to pull another card because I don't like it when this, you know, this is how, you know, this is the end of October and this is a frustrating card. So I don't want you to be like, well, she told me that, you know, I wasn't going to have any money at the end of October. I feel like there's that fear of not having money. It's more the fear, but it's also, you know, money and finances. You're frustrated. You aren't to this point yet, and you want to be to this point, the next level in your career. You want to be there, and it's like it's almost happening. It's almost there, but it's not quite. So my counsel actually is in October. I feel like November is actually going to be when things start to be better financially, much, much better. But I think you need to get through October, and you need to try to be careful with your finances in October. Don't go spending things, you know, willy-nilly, you know. If you can, you know, return some stuff. If you can, give away some stuff. Just be kind of more conservative, I feel like, in October. But I'm going to pull another card because I want to see what the outcome is. If you do the things that I was telling you to do, going through your closet, giving as much as you can, will the outcome be better? Okay, so yes. So the outcome is focusing on your goal. You know, being aware of your surroundings, though. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware, watch for the signs. Watch for the little signs, little things that will tell you that you're on the right path. And there will be money. There will be money. I don't want you to worry that there's going to be no money forever. It's just right now, it may seem like you don't have as much as you need, but you will. Just be, you know, you're going to get to your goal. You're going to reach your goal. I have no doubt in that. The Knight of Pentacles is someone who reaches their goal. Someone that, you know, is very, very focused. And that's a good thing. And it's a positive card. Just be aware of your surroundings. Try to slow down a little bit, Aquarius. For those of you speed demons on the highway, just, you know, this is also October where we got the retrograde going. And the retrograde can cause a lot of traffic problems, like I said. So just, you know, ease up off the gas a little bit on the highway and, you know, give yourself extra time to get to places. And I think you're going to end up okay. I almost can't wait to find out what happens in November. I feel like November is going to be a lot better for you financially. But I feel like you're going to get there. I don't see anything else. I think that's it for right now. This is also another long one for you, Aquariuses. But I appreciate, you know, all your comments. If you want to, you know, contact me for a private reading, you're more than welcome to. I wish you guys all the best. Big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you soon. Have a great night.